Press.
On the morning on the Big 550 KTRS. This hour is presented by Affordable Kitchens and Baths. Visit them today at affordablekitchensandbaths.net.
8:36 in the Big 550 KTRS, sponsored by our friends at Jimmy's on the Park, Cat Neville from Feast Magazine. Jimmy's is a great place to go. Been around at least 15 years. One of those go-to places, perfect for Valentine's Day. Holy mackerel. But you better call now, 725-8585. Check out their website, jimmyscafe.com. You can download the app for Jimmy's Cafe on your smartphone. 706 to Munn in Clayton, one of the great staple restaurants of St. Louis, Jimmy's on the Park. Happy Valentine's Day, Catherine Neville.
To you as well.
I went to the restaurant.
Oh, at the Cheshire.
At the Cheshire on Sunday night.
How was it?
Fantastic.
And isn't it gorgeous?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the interior is beautiful. Did you sit in the bar or in the dining room?
We sat in the big table next to the
open kitchen
in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in and the hickory bar.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
They did a really great job of keeping what was great about what was already there,
right,
and updating it in a very sophisticated way.
I'd never been in the old Cheshire restaurant.
Because you were always at the Fox and Hound.
I was always at the Fox and Hound, and then I would walk into the 3 o'clock bar area, which isn't even open yet. But it was, the whole wine cellar kind of rack they built. Mm-hmm. I mean, just spectacular.
It is. It's wonderful. It's a great addition to St. Louis.
And the food was out of this world. I had the roasted chicken, which was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't had the chicken. I'll have to go back.
All right. What do you got for us?
Okay, so everybody loves Italian food, and I have found 2 spots that are completely different, but both have just really solid food. And one, a lot of times, listeners, readers will email me their favorite neighborhood places and say, will you please just check it out?
Right.
Because I really love it. And so somebody tipped me off to a great Italian family restaurant in Imperial called Trattoria-Giuseppe. And I had a chance to get down there this past week, and I'm really glad that I went. It's 5442 Old Highway 21 in Imperial. And this truly is a family restaurant. It is unassuming from the exterior, and it really is just about the food and the warmth of the owners. I'm not kidding you. Twice when I was there, Giuseppe came out of the kitchen, and so did and his wife, who runs the front of the house.
Right.
They came out, and they spoke to every single table. How
Right.
are you? How's the food?
That's old school.
Totally old school, and everybody there, seriously, multi-generations. I mean, like grandma, mom and dad, kids. There were babies, and it's just very approachable Italian American food with like great pasta dishes, lasagna, and the chicken, and there's this their seafood pasta dish is really great with just the kind of garlic and olive oil on there with like big mussels and a little bit of lemon that you can kind of sprinkle on top. So it's just really solid, approachable food and just very, very friendly people.
Forgive me, Imperial, is that down
55?
55, right?
Yes.
So it's down south, just past Arnold kind of deal.
Exactly right.
Trattoria-Giuseppe, how long has it been around, do you know?
For a while.
Right.
It's been there for a while. And they also have like mussels on the appetizer menu where it's with white wine and tomato. But let me tell you, you have got to have their tiramisu for dessert.
Okay.
I upload, after we upload this to Feast, I kind of put up all my photos, and Andrew has a great shot of the fettuccine with seafood that I gave to him. But their tiramisu it's unbelievably rich. And the wife actually told me, she came to the table and she was like, you see, what do you think of the tiramisu? And I said, it's delicious, and I think I might actually eat the whole thing because it's so good. And it's this massive brick, and it has a really terrific espresso flavor. The ladyfingers that they soaked, it's not too much. It's not sweet, but there's this cap of dense whipped cream on top with like then the nutmeg and the cinnamon on top of that. And she said, I actually give pans of that to people and they'll keep it in their fridge and they'll eat it for breakfast with like coffee.
Now, did they know you were Catherine Neville from Feast Magazine?
I don't think so, but I was the only person eating by myself. So maybe.
I love when the restaurateur comes out and says, hi, how are you?
Yep.
Everything okay? Good to see you. I have 5 minutes between shifts and good.
Yep.
There's nothing better than that.
And, you know, and that's really what made the experience. The food is wonderful. And really, when I was sitting there, I actually heard somebody come from one table and go talk to, I guess, a neighbor or a friend and say, yeah, this place is just really a hidden gem.
Right.
And I mean, so everybody, you know, it's just a welcoming, totally relaxed place.
All right. So Imperial, right down 55, Trattoria-Giuseppe, 5442 Old Highway 21.
Yep. Great selection of, you know, Italian preparations of beef, seafood, chicken, pasta. It's great.
Great. Okay. What's number 2?
Number 2 is brand new, and it is right there on the SLU campus, and it is called Cini, and the address is 374 South Grand, which at first I drove past it.
Okay.
I couldn't find it. And then I realized that it's actually right across from the Flying Saucer, that now has the Starbucks in it.
Right.
And so it's called Cini because, are you familiar with what arancini is?
No idea.
Okay, so do you know what risotto is?
Risotto is like a little bit of like rice.
Yes, exactly right. It's a rice dish. And it's made with arborio rice, and it's one of my favorite things to make. But with leftover risotto, one of the things you can make is arancini. So you take risotto, and here they form it into these kind of balls that are about like this big, like a golf ball.
Right.
And then it's deep fried and served with like a pomodoro sauce or something like that. And so these are the appetizers. There are 3 different kinds that you can get. One is kind of garden vegetable. The other one has sausage and I think peas in it. And then the other one is 4 cheese, which seriously, when you bite into it, you get this like string of cheese and they're so delicious that I got 2 orders of it. It's wonderful. And it's just right there and you get 3 to an order, and it's like less than $3 to get this wonderful kind of array of arancini. And then it's a fast casual place. So what you do is you decide if you want angel hair or penne pasta, do you want salad, or do you want to actually make a wrap? And then you can choose your protein. So they do Italian sausage, they do grilled salmon, they do chicken, they have roasted vegetables, all that kind of stuff. The sauces you can choose are that pomodoro I mentioned, or a diavolo, which is a spicy red sauce. And then they also have, on the cold side, they do a red pepper basil. They have a regular traditional basil. And then you've got all these kind of veggie add-ons. So I did 2 things. I had a salad, which you can do arugula, you can do spring mix, you can do romaine, you can do spinach. So I did spinach and arugula.
Fair enough.
And just some just some chicken, and then I could pick all different kinds of stuff like cherry peppers and artichoke hearts, and so it's kind of like a build your own, but everything is super fresh and it's healthy and it's approachable, and it just has that really great, if you want a quick, really terrific bowl of like angel hair pasta with some red sauce and sausage, this is a great place to get it.
Sounds like it's perfect for all the students there.
Yes, and actually they're opening up a second location in Ladue at 8831 Ladue Road in the next couple of months. So this is their first spot. The interior is really cute. It's very modern looking and very kind of spare, because again, it's fast casual. So you walk up and you go through the line, and the staff is extremely helpful, because you kind of go, what exactly am I supposed to do? Because it says choose this, choose that, choose this, and they kind of like walk you through. And one really fun aside, they do serve beer and wine. And they have Chianti by the bottle. They don't serve it by the bottle. They serve it by the glass or by the carafe. But they have wine on tap, which is kind of this new trend. And it's a great trend to see for a number of reasons. Number one is it makes sure that your wine is fresh. So when you open up a bottle of wine, you expose it to oxygen, and that is what can turn your wine. So if you don't drink that bottle of wine...
That's why you have to drink it all.
Well, you and I know that. But if all you want is a glass,
right.
So wines by the glass that are offered in restaurants, one of the reasons why they have a restricted list is because if they don't go through it, then it's wasted.
Right.
And so in a system where you're actually offering it on tap, it protects the wine from oxygen. It also lowers the amount of waste that's going into into the environment, because you don't have all those bottles that you're throwing away that may or may not be recycled.
Right.
And then it also, it again, like for the consumer, it allows you to offer more variety on tap. So they have, I think it's 4 wines that are on tap, and they also have a number of beers, local, craft beers that are available obviously on tap. So it's just kind of fun. It's like it's an innovative, very fresh idea.
So it's $3.74.
Yes, South Grand. It's called the Flats, which I think is actually an apartment complex.
Right across the street. Is it right across the street from the Flying Saucer on Grand? Or is it on the side street?
It's not across Grand.
So the side street.
They're next to each other.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Because they were sort of redoing all of that there.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's on the same side as the Flying Saucer.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Good. Cini.
Yes.
Right there on Grand. And then their second location, they must be doing well. They're opening up a second location.
I think the plan was to open a second location. That's my feeling, because when you go to their website, when you kind of read the plans, I think that they really see this as something they're going to grow.
Cini right there on South Grand next to the Flying Saucer, and Imperial Trattoria-Giuseppe.
Yes.
5442 Old Highway 21 with a big old smile on your face. What's going on with Feast Magazine?
Oh my gosh. Lots of stuff. But one thing I do want to talk about is on the 27th, we are having our monthly Schnucks cooking school class. And this month, we're doing Vietnamese food. And I'm really, really excited for this class because we're making pho. P-H-O. When people say faux, like faux grand, it's actually pronounced pho.
You have to be careful saying that.
I know, especially on the radio. So anyway, the beef pho, we're going to be making that from scratch, including the broth. And the broth is the key to a really great Vietnamese soup because it has a lot of flavor in it. The recipe is actually in Feast this month, so you can see the recipe for the pho, but we're also going to be making a Vietnamese-style fried rice, and we're going to be making spring rolls, which is such a favorite in local restaurants, but rice paper is really hard to work with if you don't really kind of know the technique, so we're going to teach you the technique for working with rice paper.
Beautiful. All right, so that's the 27th at Schnucks.
Yes, Wednesday.
And I don't want to be criticized for being totally and completely jealous about your trip to Russia. So tell everybody about your trip with Altair Travel.
So September 3rd to 13th, we are going to be going from Copenhagen to Stockholm. We're going to visit Helsinki. We're visiting 3 days in St. Petersburg. There's a stop at Berlin. We're going to all of these amazing places. Wow. And really, what is compelling to me is that right now, so much kind of cutting edge culinary work is being done in kind of these Nordic countries. So you'll find some of the best restaurants, what are considered some of the best restaurants in the world, are actually in Copenhagen. And so it's, if you're like somebody who really wants to explore food and what is really happening in food and kind of the flavors that are informing like where chefs are today, this is going to be a great trip.
Altair Travel, 314-968-9600. My goal is that so many people want to go that I have to bring a whole bunch of people back.
I think that sounds like a fun goal.
Cat Neville, feaststl.com. Newsstands everywhere. Have a good week.
Thank you. You too.
You got it. 8:50. We'll get the latest on that cabin fire up in Northern California. That's next on KTRS.
Hey, let's do lunch. Hi, I'm Jimmy Christo, owner of Jimmy's on the Park in Clayton, inviting you to join us for lunch Tuesday through Saturday beginning at 11:30. We offer a great variety of soups, salads, and sandwiches, in addition to 2 great specials prepared every day by our executive chef, Derek Craig. Our 2 dining rooms, in addition to a private party room for meetings or special occasions, are available by reservation. Jimmy's is located at 706 DeMunn. We're just across the street from St. Mary's Hospital in the DeMunn neighborhood in Clayton. Just 10 minutes from downtown St. Louis and Grand Center, and we offer plenty of complimentary parking. We serve lunch continuously. We begin at 11:30 and serve lunch Tuesday through Saturday. That's Jimmy serving brunch on Sunday from 10 o'clock to 2 with great live music and dinner 7 nights a week. Call us for reservations at 725-8585 or check out Jimmy's menus online at jimmyscafe.com. And let's do lunch.